Unretiring among federal judges is all the rage, especially among democratically appointed ones, to try to gum up the works and pay back Republicans who try to block successfully Joe Biden's efforts to replace democratically appointed judges with other Democrats. And I'm here for it. On the MeidasTouch Network and on Legal AF, the topic, unretiring. Let's talk about James Wynn and how MAGA is going cuckoo crazy because he's decided at the age of 70 to let Joe Biden know, second thoughts, I'm not going anywhere. I'm unretiring. I don't want senior status. Don't fill my seat. Why? Because when he retired or announced his retirement opening a seat, the Republicans blocked successfully and did a horse trade with Chuck Schumer, the outgoing Democratic Senate Majority Leader in the 118th, in which they said, well, we'll trade you about 20 federal trial court level judges, but we're not going to confirm 4 appellate court judges, and they're very valuable. If they're not one-to-one with trial judges, I would say appellate court judges, because of their role in our system and in our court precedent system, are very important. But Chuck Schumer, I don't know enough to undermine him, but they felt like they had to cut a deal to, get rid of 4 to save 20. Now, one of the 4 was in Virginia, in Richmond, in the 4th Circuit. James Wynn was one of the 4. But as soon as James Wynn, a Barack Obama appointee, saw that they were blocking a perfectly reasonable pick to replace him, the North Carolina Solicitor General, not like somebody woefully unqualified like Donald Trump's cabinet picks, but Ryan Park, really qualified. North Carolina likes him a lot. They made him the Solicitor General, which is their person that argues before the North Carolina Supreme Court, like perfect to slide into a federal position. But no, Tom Tillis, a Republican MAGA senator, decided to block it. And that led to that opening that the Democrats felt like they had to bend over and sacrifice. So James Wynn is like, I'm not going anywhere. You're not confirming Ryan Park, Democrat to replace my seat. I'm unretiring. And that's driving MAGA mad. There's an organization run by Mike Davis, who's this disgusting, unethical guy, lawyer for Donald Trump, and it is around his world, that has this Article 3 project, this phony sounding public interest group that he runs with MAGA money and Federalist Society money. And now they're filing judicial complaints for ethics because these people are unretiring. I got news for you, Mike Davis. They have the right to unretire. Okay? You just didn't anticipate that they would. Now, 2 other trial court level judges, that's the initial level, have also decided, Max Cogburn and Algernon Markey have also decided to unretire, one in North Carolina and the other one in Ohio. And they're allowed to do that too, meaning they're not going anywhere. So the Democrats are the ones that were appointed by Democrats feel it is their civic duty, their judicial duty, not to just hand over to Donald Trump any more vacancies to allow him to slide MAGA candidates in. We've seen what he does with the picks. There are always these MAGA right-wing, Federalist Society, anti-woman, anti-immigrant, anti-reproductive rights, anti-voting rights person. We see it. We see it in the 5th Circuit Court of Appeals. We see it with the lawyers there. We see it with Andrew Oldham and Judge James Ho, who are all fighting to become the next Supreme Court nominees, and how rightist of right-wing and Federalist they are. And judges in the Eastern District of Texas. And judges like James Wynn, I give him a lot of credit. He could go play golf at 70. He's a lawyer for 30 years before that, a federal judge for 20 years. He doesn't need this, but he sees it as his civic and patriotic duty to stay. Supreme Court justices do it all the time, by the way. They don't usually announce their retirement. Traditional bed sheets, they can harbor more bacteria than a toilet seat. It can lead to acne, allergies, and stuffy noses, and it's just gross. Miracle Made offers a whole line of self-cleaning, antibacterial bedding, such as sheets, pillowcases, and comforters that prevent up to 99.7% of bacteria growth and require up to 3 times less laundry. Using silver-infused fabrics inspired by NASA, Miracle Made sheets are thermoregulating and designed to keep you at the perfect temperature all night long, no matter the weather. So you get better sleep every night. Miracle sheets are luxuriously comfortable without the high price tag of other luxury brands and feel as nice, if not nicer, than sheets used by some five-star hotels. Stop sleeping on bacteria. Bacteria can clog your pores, causing breakouts and acne. Sleep clean with Miracle. These sheets are infused with silver that prevent up to 99.7% of bacterial growth, leaving them to stay cleaner and fresh 3 times longer than other sheets. No more gross odors. Go to trymiracle.com/legalaf to try Miracle Made sheets today. And whether you're buying them for yourself or as a gift for a loved one, if you order today, you can save over 40%. And if you use our promo, LegalAF, at checkout, you'll get 3 free towels and save an extra 20%. Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you aren't 100% satisfied, you'll get a full refund. Upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Go to trymiracle.com/legalaf and use the code LegalAF to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40% off. Again, that's trymiracle.com/legalaf to treat yourself. Thank you, Miracle Made, for sponsoring this episode. They'll wait to see. They wait to see the results. And if and that was the big criticism of Ruth Bader Ginsburg, which was that she should have left when Obama was in. But she wasn't ready to leave when Obama was in. Just like Sotomayor isn't ready to leave now just because Trump got elected, even though she's in her 70s. And the Republicans aren't going anywhere. I mean, maybe Alito and Thomas retire. They're in their 70s. But maybe they don't. They like it. They've got the numbers now. They get to shove all of their immoral policies, down our throat and for women up their body parts. So I'm not sure they're ready to go. This is their celebration period, right? This is their coronation period. I'm not seeing them go off to go do speeches. Maybe they will. They make enough money, apparently, being Supreme Court justices, having money put in their pockets, by right-wing MAGA. So I'm not sure they need to go for the money. They're already 70 years old anyway. So I applaud James Wynn for unretiring. I applaud Max Cogburn and Algernon Markey for doing the exact same thing. And more should consider it. If you're out there, you are a democratically appointed federal judge at any level, and you could hold on another 4 years to see what happens, I would applaud you to do that. I would commend you to do that. And we'll cover it all here on Legal AF and the MeidasTouch Network. This is the way. I feel like I'm the Mandalorian. This is the way that we need to be an aggressive party in opposition. We need to oppose Donald Trump on the battlefield. We need to do it in the courts. We need to do it this way. I know they're all upset. Oh, they're politicizing the judicial nomination process. We're politicizing the judicial nomination process. This is the same group of MAGA who there was a bipartisan bill it's called the Judges Act. It's an acronym to allow three presidents, starting with Biden, to appoint 65 more new judges. New judges would have been created because there are places in the country where the federal docket is overwhelmed, and new judges would help. But it was supposed to be, this president, Biden, and then the next 2. No, they stuck it to Biden. The Senate passed it on bipartisan grounds, but then the House, run by MAGA, was like, let's see what happens with the election. So who's politicizing it? And then when Trump won, they said, now we'll pass it. We'll do it now, after it sat around since August. And Biden's like, no, I'm going to veto it now because you didn't give me the first 20 picks. You should have given me that in August, and you didn't because you were waiting to see what was going to happen with the campaign. So I don't want to hear from Tom Tillis or Mike Davis or any of these other losers about, they're politicizing. Oh, boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. We're all in the major leagues. If you can't hit the fastball, then drop out. And this is what we got to do. Sharp elbows. We got to we got to box out under the basket, to mix metaphors. We have to, we got to go to the lengths and the depths that the Republicans are willing to go to, and deeper and longer for them. And especially over the next 2 years, as we box in Donald Trump, make him as lame duck as quickly as possible, and take the midterms. Starts here. Stay together as a community. Stay together as an audience. Stay together as Meidas Mighty and Legal AFers. You can only do it here. Free subscribe to the MeidasTouch Network. I got a new channel that I'm curating in collaboration with the MeidasTouch Network. You might have heard about it. It's called Legal AF. And it's another pro-democracy, independent, completely independent, no outside investors channel. It's just you. Come over and free subscribe. And we're running 6 to 8 new videos over there at the intersection of law and politics, some great new contributors and some that you've come to love, some new shows like Unprecedented about the United States Supreme Court on a weekly basis. I do with Dina Dahl. And then I'm doing a new show called Popok Live every Tuesday at 8 p.m. right here on the MeidasTouch YouTube channel. So until my next reporting for all things Legal AF, I'm Michael Popok. In collaboration with the MeidasTouch Network, we just launched the Legal AF YouTube channel. Help us build this pro-democracy channel where I'll be curating the top stories, the intersection of law and politics. Go to YouTube now and free subscribe at Legal AF MTN. That's at Legal AF MTN.